Hey everybody, it's Book of Katherine. I hope you're doing well. Today's video is going to be on the hair products that I use. Now, I don't get to make my hair look super fancy or anything like this, but it's just the hair products that I use because I do have wave in my hair like the curly girl, but the curly girl method doesn't actually really work, and I'm really excited because over the years, like a long time ago, I had to figure out like what products worked for me, and I did all this stuff. It took me forever to find the ones that worked for me. For example, if you have wavy hair, they would tell you that creams are the thing that works it. No, like creams don't work. And a lot of it has to do too with if you're on a lot of medicine, that medicine really dries you out. And so a lot of the things that they recommend in hair products today, you know, it doesn't work on people who have like really, really dry hair, and your hair gets really damaged with things like, you know, ideal protein. When we do that, our hair gets damaged, but also if you have an inflammatory disease. I know when I got sick, I just lost like all my hair, like half of my hair just went boom. And so it like thins out and everything like that. So it took a long time to like reorganize and get new products. And also some of my products that I loved went away. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products that I actually use in my hair. And so let's get into those. And also they are all made in the USA. They are products that took me forever to find out which ones work best. And then I was checking the labels today because I was doing my Chevelle blanket video. And I was like, every single one of these is made in the USA. So I had done all this work for so many years, and it turned out they were all just products made in the USA. And I was just like, you got to be joking. So the first one up is, I just am finding that there's so much better quality if it's made in the USA because we have all these, you know, health and safety regulations. So, all right. So, and about what products you can put in something. So all the products are safer and less hazardous to your health, whereas China has no regulations, so you can get really bad stuff in your products from them. So anyway, so this is one of the things I use for my curls. I don't use gel. I use this one. It is called Curl Keeper. And it is, you just put a little bit in your hands when it's wet and you just put it in and it holds the curls. So that's what I use. It's the thing that makes the curls come out for me. My hair is so dry and there's so little of it that the curls just went away. And so this product is the one that finally worked for me. So that's why it worked for me. I don't know how much it is, but I know some of these things are pricey and I wouldn't be able to buy them today, but I'm glad I still have them. This I got off of YouTube from some kind of some beauty influencer actually recommended it. But I was looking specifically, this is back from my dance days, I was looking specifically for something that would like slick my hair back or hold it back or whatever. Is right at the end of my dance career. And so I was looking for a specific type, and I ended up getting these off of a beauty influencer, but it actually works. It actually works really well. There's 2 kinds. This is called a glossing rack. What is it? R&Co. So this is a glossing wax. I do remember that these were hella expensive and I could afford that back then. I couldn't do that today anymore. But it's hard to get stuff that doesn't come out. Like, it's really hard to get stuff that doesn't just come out. This one never comes out. And I'm so glad because it's lasted me so long that I can still use it when I need to, like, whatever. You can just glossing wax and brilliance, whatever. So that is, yeah, R&Co. So that's the little R&Co. And this is made by the same one. It's not a glossing wax. This is something really unique that I'd never heard of before. Oh, it's a dry shampoo paste. But it's not supposed to be for like the way dry shampoo is actually used. What it does is you take in this little bit. See, I barely ever used it because I got sick and then I couldn't do it anymore. So what happens is if you want to hold your hair in place, like for dancing, I try to get my hair to stand up, like stand up the way it's supposed to, but you can put it up and put this thing to hold it together, and then it holds it in place. See that? Boom. I love it, and you can't see it. I mean, now I look like a peacock, but that's what it does. It just holds it right there in place. No must. So it's like putting like a pin in place, but without actually doing the pin. This stuff is genius. Genius. I've never seen anything like it. Like I used to go to bed. It's called Badlands. Whatever. R&Co, Badlands. Dry shampoo paste, and it doesn't do what dry shampoo does. It's, you know, unless you're using baby powder and gives you a ton of volume. But this stuff and the glossing wax, this glossing wax is just, it is tough. This one I've used more of because I have so many like little baby hairs around. This stuff will stick on your hands forever. Like you really have to make sure it gets off. But what it does is that you can take these baby hairs or whatever and just smooth them down. Oh gosh, I'm sweating. Sorry. So that's gross. All right, we'll just cover that up. So it's so cold out right now. It's like practically freezing, but I am so warm. I don't know what's wrong with me. I opened up all the doors and windows for the blanket video, and then I forgot about it because I wasn't doing well after the video. I was so worn out from it that I went and passed out in my bedroom, and my husband came home, and it was like whoosh, like blizzard through the house, and I was like, way to go. And I'm still warm. Like, we put on a fire, and now I'm all warm again. So this is my fourth product. I love this guy, the Dove. It's called Oxygen Moisture, and this was something recommended by someone in Hollywood. So, and I'm not healthy enough to use it as much as I could, but do you see how it brings some kind of like health and glow and shine into your hair? So I really love that. I haven't used it today, but it'll just make your hair look nice and shiny. See, my hair, I'm not healthy enough to put like all the time and effort to make it look perfect. And use it right and everything like that. But boy, was this a lifesaver in making your hair just look glossy. And it makes it do unusual things. Like, you can really use it when you're trying to get some volume in your hair. So if you see the difference between this side and this side that's just frizzy, there's a lot of different ways to use it, and it just is fabulous. I really, really love this stuff. So Dove Oxygen Moisture. It's Oxygen Moisture for fine, flat hair. Haha, that's like defining my hair. Like, fine, flat hair. If I don't do anything to my hair, if I don't put any curl stuff in it, if I don't put anything, it just lies straight flat like that. Like, it's just stringy and flat because I'm sick, right? So all the meds and everything and the body. And then the final one, I actually mentioned this on Twitter, and I was like, it's practically baby powder. I didn't know it was basically baby powder. And at the time, it was like $38. It was insane to get it in my area. But it is basically the Bumble and Bumble B, or Bumble and Bumble BB Prêt-à-powder. And it's basically baby powder, but it does have like these little crystals in it. So I highly recommend baby powder if you have to use dry shampoo if you're sick. So see, that's baby powder, right? But it has a little bit of sparkle in it. If you can see it's a little bit pink. But it's baby powder, but they put something in it to make it a little bit notch up. If you have the money, then I recommend it if you need to actually use it. It really works out for me when I go to the doctors. Like, and I'm trying to do a new thing now where I try to look as healthy as possible with my doctors, because in California it worked to like show how you were really doing, but not over here. It hasn't worked so well. So now I'm trying to do a thing where I actually get dressed and I actually put on makeup, and it kind of fooled my doctor, like I said in the video. But this stuff kind of just has, so I put this stuff in, you can see it's really smooth. It's super smooth. See how smooth that is? It's just like silk. So if you can't afford that, then just get the Pantene dry shampoo, and it doesn't work as well, but this one's like when you're in a dire situation and I can't get shower, because those shower caps you can put on, but it's not going to take everything out all the time. It's not nearly as good as running under hot water. And like my hair today is definitely like, I can only curl it if I get to go under hot water in the shower and get to get myself healthy that way, when I can actually fully bathe and not do a bed bath or not do like a wipe down. So it's, then I get to use this kind of stuff. And you can even use it when your hair is washed and dried and actually gives it some volume. But I don't recommend it, because if you use a whole, like too much, because depending on how much you use, it can make your hair look gray and white. Remember, baby powder is the stuff that, you know, they'd been using in the 1400s, and they put so much on their face, you know, to make it stick out and make it look like they were healthy when they weren't bathing. So when we got running water is when we started moving away from baby powder. And remember, when you shower, the reason for showering is because it prevents, you know, deadly diseases. That's the whole point, is that it's sanitary. It's sanitary to wash your body. And I finally realized, I was like, that's why I get so disturbed when I go into a food restaurant. There's this place when we go on breaks that I used to love going to, and it's third break in a row, we went in there, and like just everyone in there was, all just, actually, no, they don't have any guys working for them. So it was all girls, and it's all these young girls, and they're just completely unwashed. Their hair isn't washed, their face isn't washed. And I realized, like, that's the thing, is that it's a sanitation thing. Like, that's the whole reason that we bathed, and it got rid of diseases. And diseases are way up in the United States, and death is way up in the United States. And now they're having maternal deaths, which we haven't had for not since we got running water have we had this kind of thing. And I'm like, that's because we're not using it. That's what makes us different. A first world versus third world country. The difference is running water. That's why life is so much better, because we have running water, and we need to use it and be sanitary and stuff like that. So I am happy that I'm able to take showers a little bit more often. I'm working on PT to get able to do that, use a bench in there. I'm using the bench all the time. But anyway, those are my products. I'm getting off on a different subject. So these are my products, and I love them, and I'm so glad that I got them when I had to get them. So I can't really replace all this stuff now. though this one I'm just going to have to replace or else I get the flat hair. I could live with just this. Oh, and another great one is It's a 10. I always put that in my hair like It's a 10. When I actually get to shower, I put It's a 10. It's the first thing that I put in my hair. So the first thing that I do when I get out of the shower is I put It's a 10 in, and then I put the curling gel in, and then I just scrunch, and then I do a diffuser. And that's like all I do for my hair. When I go out, like if I have to go out and actually see someone or do a meeting outside of the house, then is when I, get into things like, like for a doctor appointment, that's when I get into things like this, or when I get into things like the glossing gel. I just don't use these all that much. But the fact of the matter is that I think all of them except for one is made in Holland. Like they're all made in the USA and one is Holland. So anyway, those are the 5 products. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So I thought you might get something out of it since they were hard to find. They're not any products that the YouTubers are pushing today. It's not on their home shop. It's not on the big YouTube globalist home shopping network. These are ones that were really hard to find. It wasn't even a big YouTuber that actually recommended it. It's because I was looking for something to, get my hair down. So anyway, and I think it's amazing that they're all made in the USA. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the vintage jacket that I got on half off at a consignment store. So I only got it for like $4. But it was new with tags. So go ahead and start enjoying your vintage shopping, and then you can look good too if you, I don't know. I hope that helps. I hope these things help. So anyway, again, here are some videos for you. These are some beauty videos that you can use, and I'll do one about like how I have to take care of myself, like how I bathe and stuff like that, and the beauty, I can't remember it. My husband remembers the name of it more because he has to always go and get it for me. I'm like, can you please get? And he's like, yeah, this guy, let me ask. See, he's like, you mean the Tangle Teezer? I'm like, yes, he's that great. So anyway, so there we go. Enjoy the videos, and I love you so much, and I hope that helps. And they're not things like the blanket where I'm like, oh my gosh, if you're tight on money and tight on a budget, like I couldn't replace most of that stuff. But if you do have a budget, or if you're out there working and things like that, those are the ones that have worked for me. And I know they're not easily accessible to the public. And then, if you have wavy hair, these are great things you can do to like bring out wave, even if you're on a lot of meds, if that helps. So I hope they work for you. For those of you guys who are out there and trying to look stylish as your clothes, this is actually hot pink. You can't tell. I don't know why it looks like tangerine. All right. Love you. Bye. Now here's the videos. I always say, here's the video. And then I talk for 10 minutes. I'm so hyper today. I guess it's because I had really, really bad week if you've been following me on Twitter. All right, I love you. Mwah. Bye.